What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 5 of our March to October with the Cincinnati Reds. We're going to be jumping into this one against the Chicago Cubs, tied 1-1 at the top of the 7th. And if you guys look over there in the division standings right now, we are tied with the Cubs, 56-39 for the Cubbies, 55-38 for your Cincinnati Reds. So this is a big game right here, and it's going to be really beneficial for us to win this thing because we've already got 2 wins already in the series. This win here would be a sweep. In Chicago, that's huge. Guys, that's absolutely huge for our playoff chances. Here's a base hit by Aquino, who's going to lead us off in the top 7th against Kyle Hendricks, who's been pitching really, really well. 74 pitches so far, already near the closing part of this ball game. He's pitching really well. Here's Yasiel Puig going to step up, and on a ground ball to Ben Zobrist, he's going to miss it. He can't corral it. He actually dove for that thing, too. You would think that his legs would have at least blocked the baseball from going into right field, but to no avail. So we do have runners on first and second here. The pitcher spot does come up. We're going to go ahead and elect to pinch hit the pitcher spot for Scott Schebler in hopes that we're going to get a big hit from him. So Kyle Hendricks is the type of pitcher you got to stay back. You can't get too aggressive. You got to stay back a little bit because he does throw a lot of off-speed junk. A lot of breaking balls, a lot of change-ups mixed in. And you guys can see, he got a slider, couldn't handle it. So he's going to fly out to Schwarber out there in left field. And now we get Jose Peraza up with 2 down. That's a juicy pitch right there. Changed up right down the middle. A little inside part of the plate, but nothing that he should not have been able to not handle right there. Here's a fastball low and inside. He's going to end up taking that one too. So 1-1 count. Got to be you right here. Got to be you. Got to make a good swing on anything in the strike zone. And Peraza is going to send this one out to foul territory. And it was, again, another changeup that he's just a little bit late on. And this fastball, he sped him up. So he's going to throw you that 81, and then he sped you up with an 88. High and outside, strike 3 called. And Cincinnati's threat is over. So we're going to have to turn to Michael Lorenzen, because the pitcher spot was taken up by Scott Schebler on that pinch hit. So here's Anthony Rizzo after a Ian Happ strikeout. Rizzo, obviously a big bat in this pinch hitting situation here, but he's going to ground out on the first pitch from Lorenzen to Joey Votto. So good stuff. Good stuff. If we can hold the Cubs to scoreless here in the 7th, it's going to give way to the 8th inning where we might be able to see either David Hernandez or Raisel Iglesias get to that back end of the bullpen, and then good things will happen. If you can shorten the game up against the Chicago Cubs offense, you're sitting pretty. But the only problem is they got a really good bullpen themselves, so we'll have to see how this thing's going to pan out. So here's David Bodie, going to get that 2-seam fastball. He's going to foul it away. So Lorenzen, he's got that look. He's got that look like he wants the strikeout. He wants the K, looking for that slider. And Bodie going to be disciplined here. He's going to take it. He's not going to offer at that slide piece. And then, 2-seam fastball, 93. Going to jam him inside and low. Just can't catch up to it. So Brandon Morrow is going to come on and try to limit the Reds' offensive production here in the top of the 9th, give themselves a chance. And Ian Happ in center field dives for it. It's going to tip off of his glove, so Jeanette is in safely with a single. Good stuff happening here for the Reds. Aristides Aquino coming up, and another pitch to center field. And Ian Happ doesn't elect to dive for that one. So pretty interesting turn of events here. Now we get Yasiel Puig up, and oh baby, here's a big-time fly ball. Deep center field shot, and Happ is just going to watch it fly. Home run, Yasiel Puig pointing out to center field like, we're coming for you, buddy. We're coming after you. So Brandon Morrow gives up the 3-run shot to Puig, and now we get Raisel Iglesias to come on in the bottom of the 9th. Schwarber's going to strike out, and that's going to be an early 1 down here for the Cubs in their bottom half of the 9th inning here. So Wilson Contreras is going to strike out as well. So that's 2 straight Ks, and then we get the 3rd. Ian Happ going to strike out. So the GOAT, the guy that everybody's going to be talking about. That's not greatest of all time. That's the GOAT, scapegoat right there. That they're looking at Ian Happ as the guy. There's a reason why the Cubbies lost that game. So they get swept at home by your Reds, and that is going to be a huge momentum game for us as we take the series against the St. Louis Cardinals. But wait, we got one more game to go. We got that win last night. We got a loss in the opener. Now we get this game against the Cardinals at home in Great American Ballpark. We got to get this. We got to get this W. You guys can see the NL Central standings as it is right now. The Cardinals are 7.5 games back from us. The Cubs are a game and a half back from us. So this is again another crucial point in the season for us. We got to be able to get it done here. 5-5 game in the top of the sixth. So Tanner Roark is still on and pitching fairly well. He does have 81 pitches though, so it's a little high. It's a little high. It could be a little bit lower, but it's acceptable at this point. So again, especially in a 5-run game, a 5-run output by the Cardinals, it's going to happen, right? Your pitch count is going to get a little bit high. So 2 singles back to back for Bader, and then we get Jose Martinez up, and we do get an infield fly as Peraza is going to camp underneath it and make that play there. So good stuff there by the Reds. Here's Colton Wong and sending it out to right field, and Puig can't handle it, and it's going to get over his head, and a run is going to score. It's going to be 6-5 St. Louis, and Roark now through the 6th inning is now got 95 pitches. So again, we talked about it. Now the pitch count is legitimately high. So we might have to start considering getting a relief pitcher warmed up. Again, in a 1-run game, we don't want that lead to be extended out. We don't want to be put further in a hole here. So 1 down in the bottom of the 6th. Yasiel Puig got to get a base hit. So at least we got something going. We're going to actually go ahead and pinch hit as Jesse Winker is going to be coming up here to get some offensive production here going. And look at this, a steal attempt by Puig, and he's going to get in there safely. 2-1 count now on Winker. That would be Puig's 12th stolen base of the season. And it couldn't have come at a better time because Winker can hit a gap shot. He can get one down the line. This is what we want here. And look at base hit to left field. That's Marcell Ozuna getting it back in quickly. So runners on the corners now. Reds are starting to threaten here, but with 2 down, odds are definitely against us. Here's Jose Peraza. Fastball, low and away, and oh my, he put an absolute charge into this one, and oh, home run! A 3-run shot for Jose Peraza. His 14th on the season. It's going to go for 349 feet, and it's going to be 8-6 now, so we're now up 2. And Michael Lorenzen coming on and being that relief pitcher that we need in the 7th inning. Again, shorten that game up. You get Lorenzen, you get David Hernandez, and you get Raisel Iglesias going in that 7, 8, 9. That's going to shorten up a lot of games for us. So here is Yadier Molina getting a fly ball lifted to actually pop out. Joey Votto takes care of it. Dominic Leone going to come on and be the reliever for the St. Louis Cardinals. And here's Votto, already 1 for 2 with a double, an RBI, and a run scored. He's got 18 home runs and 326 batting average so far. And he's going to go the opposite way through the gap. It's just going to get over. It's just going to get over the wall, and Votto hits a solo home run. Now we are up 3 runs. Oh man, just clutch hitting. Clutch hitting for the Cincinnati Reds so far in today's game. And we're not done yet. Eugenio Suarez is going to hit a single back up to center field, and Bader can't handle it. So we've seen that yet again. So Chicago Cubs center fielder couldn't handle it, and now Bader can't handle it on the dive attempts. So Peraza not going to get on. Schebler comes on, does get a base hit back up the middle. Now we have runners on first and second. Puig coming up, and he's going to get a curveball, a little slider, and Colton Wong can't make the play. So now there's bases loaded with 1 down, and we are electing to get Jose Iglesias up to get a base hit. Just get on. Even if you get a walk, that's fine by me, but we need some more runs. We need to tack on some more runs right here. Come on, Jose. What you got? 1-0 count. And here's a fastball that's lifted to center field, right field, and it's just going to fall in. Here comes the second run. And guys, Iglesias comes up big time and gets a 2 RBI single. And we're actually going to tack on another run to make it 12. So we're up 6 runs in the top of the ninth. I would most likely say that it's over. Here's a fly ball to right field, and Puig is going to take care of this one right at the wall in foul territory, guys. And your Cincinnati Reds are going to be yet again winners in this one. And we're going to get a big time momentum boost for that one, for sure. Reds take care of interdivisional opponents in today's video. And we have a trade opportunity. So this does happen every now and then in March to October, where you can actually go ahead and you can trade away some of your players. So here's the offer. Billy Hamilton, Nick Castellanos, and Avisail Garcia. Who are we going to take? We could go with Nick Castellanos, except for me, when we look at what he can do, first, third, left, I'm looking at Castellanos to kind of replace Aristides Aquino in that lineup. But when we look at Garcia as well, he's kind of that same mold. I mean, both guys are right-handed hitters. You can kind of replace Aquino with that, but Aquino's having a pretty good season. We're not really getting anything out of it. We're really not adding to the team, in my opinion. If we acquired Billy Hamilton back, if we get him back into a Reds uniform again, then we would actually be acquiring something. And plus, he's an 85 overall player. He plays really good defense, and he's super fast. Something that Castellanos and Garcia don't really have as their skill set, right? And by adding Billy Hamilton, we at least, he might not start in center field, but we have at least got something to where we can work with that. We can put him into some situations to actually succeed, and that's the move that we are going to make, guys. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get Billy Hamilton back in a Reds uniform. And you can see I was sitting there really trying to pull the trigger on whether or not I was wanting to do it. I was really leaning towards Nick Castellanos, but I think the right decision here is to bring Billy Hamilton back in this playoff run, get him back in that Reds uniform, put him in situations where he can actually succeed, and I think it's going to benefit us in the long haul. So I'll see you guys in the next episode next week. Leave a like if you like this thing, and as always, peace.